Be like that nigga Boston. Is it Boston Richie? Yeah, Boston Richie. Boston Richie. That nigga was big 25. He was 25. Talking to a 16-year-old girl. Waited till and he was fucking this girl when she was 16. She got 18. Then they got together and nobody cared because he made good music, bro. Nobody give a fuck because he made good music. That's crazy.
Too big of a gap, right? So
R. Kelly was literally in his like early 30s pissing on 15-year-old girls. Nobody gave a fuck. Can I get a cookie? Shit is crazy. Child is saying this is the Faze Rain situation. Apparently he's exposing one of his old homies for some reason. Not for some reason, but you know, for I think he slept with two little niggas when I don't know how old the nigga. It went from he was 19 to 20, right? To where he's like 29 to 27, bro. Like let's just get into this, bro. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, bro.
It wasn't a threesome with two 16-year-olds. Actually, it was a 17-year-old. So all of a sudden now it's 17.
This is crazy.
Okay? One was 17 and the other one watched. That's
yo, what the fuck? What, well, like, did they have a falling out? Which is, I'm not saying he should have come out with this, but like, I want to know the reason behind this. Like, why he dropped this lore now? Because I ain't gonna lie, if it just happened, okay, context changed behind like the trying times. Like 10 years ago, fucking someone that was 17 was not seen as crazy as it is now, right? Because you know, old niggas was wilding, old niggas was wilding. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy to say it like that, but bro, what did they have a falling out? I'm looking at Faze Rain too, not just the nigga that fucked the two fucking allegedly. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say allegedly. Fuck the two people he said. I'm looking at this nigga. Why you like sit on this for so long? Cause niggas sitting, you worse as him. Cause you sitting on it. Cause you can get some monetary gain from that. Now that y'all have a falling out, you gonna expose this. I'm looking at you too, nigga.
That's what he said.
So it's safe to say that this unfolded a little bit faster than I expected. I thought I was going to get another day before I had to dive in. We still haven't gotten a response from Temper, but I'm going to show you the clip where Faze Rain straight up says Tommy is the one who did it. It's Faze, Temper, and then him and Banks actually were on a live stream and went back and forth. So I grabbed like some of the more relevant pieces and I figured we'll talk about it, but this is that first clip.
I brought it up to him, bro. I did. And when we got in the call, Tommy said this verbatim. He said, it wasn't a threesome with two 16-year-olds. Actually, it was a 17-year-old. So all of a sudden now it's 17. Okay? One was 17 and the other one watched. That's what he said. And then he started.
How old was this nigga?
Up all these random.
I'm guessing this nigga was like grown, like overly grown. I'm assuming like 21, 22, 23. Man, my bitch got stole by a nigga in fucking college, bro. I wish I would have told on that nigga and got him fucking kicked, but. In New Jersey is kind of creeped out. So what state were these niggas in?
Them laws, I don't even know these weird consent laws like Romeo and Juliet. This yada. I don't fucking know. I don't know what these laws are, bro. And he says some shit like that. And even Banks calls me after and he's like, bro, what the f is like up with that law shit that he brought up? So he knows he did some shit that was wrong. He knows that. He knows that. But it's just I don't like the denying of it. And I feel like in this video, you're trying to paint me like I'm lying and making shit up and just saying shit to say shit when you know that's not the truth.
Nigga, why? My thing is, why did it take you so long to say something? That's my thing. That's my thing. Why did it take you so long to say something, my nigga? Like Faze Rain, this nigga always been kind of weird to me too, cause with the situation with the girl and they brought the new Faze member, this nigga would just crash out on a random woman. Mind you, she's not the best fucking morally person. She was kind of fucking dweeb and she's not a likable bitch, right? But my nigga, like, why are you choosing now to release this? Not because I'm like, oh, we're trying to protect that nigga. I'm like, bro, why don't you just like with the same shit with Elon Musk. Elon Musk revealed that Donald Trump was on the Epstein list after effect they had a falling out. Only reason why you wasn't saying nothing because you had like a monetary gain. You can get something out of that. Now you can't get something out of something. Y'all niggas have a falling out. Now you're gonna expose him. You just as weird as him. If he was doing it at like overly grown shit, like.
And it's not fair because you know people try to hold that 20.
Like if he was like 19, 20, that I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Even 21, I'm like, come on, nigga, stop trying to fuck. And 16 is crazy. 17, bro. Like I said, the time, bro, it's crazy to say this. But, bro, back in the day, niggas don't care as much now that niggas care now. Literally, bro. Drake was on stage talking to a fucking, Drake was on stage. I was talking about you 17. He was like, damn. And everybody thought that was cool. You feel me? But now that we gained, like I'm 22 now, like bro, like anything in the teens is nah. Fuck no. Right? But it's like we gained some social awareness. Is that the best saying? Like we know that, bro, that's like weird. That's weird now. You feel me? But these niggas are crazy, bro. These niggas are crazy. I need to know how old the nigga was, bro.
Funny shit over me where I was just super, I'm trying to off myself. You act like I sit there recreationally getting high. I don't even like weed, bro. I just smoke tobacco, I hit the gym, and I stream.
It's not really sounding too good. And the way that the internet works, even without actual proof, just somebody saying this shit.
That's what I'm saying.
It's really not a good look.
That's
and
what I'm
FaZe
saying.
Rain has a lot of respect online for being somebody that just tells you the truth. Doesn't care what the consequences are. He's going to tell you exactly how he feels, and he's going to give it to you straight. And I don't know
if this nigga been sitting on this for the long, like, bro, he's been holding this for the long. That's what's fucking me up about this nigga Rain. Bro, are we not looking at this nigga over here like he been had this information? Like,
there's ever been a situation where people can prove that he just lied about some shit. He's burned some bridges, made some people upset, but it seems like everything he says is usually accurate from what he actually knows. So if he had this conversation with FaZe Temper, it's not really a good look. Regardless, he got into a Discord call on a live stream with FaZe Banks, and they were talking about why he didn't rejoin FaZe, and says that Banks knew about this.
First call, the first time I called you about it was at moments when it happened, or right when it happened. And then when you guys didn't necessarily care, and I'm not saying it's because you didn't care that it was wrong. You just didn't know what to do. But listen, when yes, I'm not saying you don't, but I'm saying you guys didn't do anything. And then when we talked about the 5149 thing, I said, and I voted against it. Yes. And I said no. But even when I considered joining back, I said, I'm not going to join the same team as a pedo. And then you said, I don't know what you want me to do. And then I just left. And it's been over ever since. And I get it. You've known Tommy forever. He took you in Boston. I get it.
Rain, when I said that to you, what was your response? What would you want me to do?
I said, I don't want him on the team. I said, I don't want to be on the team with a pedophile. That's literally my words. And then we never even had that group call till I texted it again 2 years later because I was still annoyed about it.
Before I dive further in, I just want to reiterate that this is all he said, she said. I'm not trying to defend Temper. If he did...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, we don't know. Like, he could just be talking out his ass, or like, how old was the nigga?
Some weird shit, then I feel like he's going to get dragged for doing some weird shit. But at the same time, I don't know any of these people. I know of them from FaZe. I know of them from being online. But I don't know them to just take someone's word and be like, yo, I want to ruin a man's life over it. But I'm going to keep this in mind now, and we're going to see what Temper says, because he's got to respond to this. And I mean, at this point, Banks has kind of confirmed that weird shit was said, and he is aware of how Rain felt. So now we just need to know, what is the excuse?
Did FaZe Rain see, like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, all this coming out, the 16-year-old girl or 17, I don't know, I'm not gonna say nothing because I don't want to get in trouble, right? Then niggas like hit me with the cease and desist of death. But bro, since this is out, shouldn't they come out and say something? Wouldn't they come out and say something? I'm waiting for that type of fucking tea.
What is it that Temper's got to say? I know for a lot of people, they probably don't care to wait for it, because 16, 17, like, even if she was technically of age, the fact that I think back in New York, he would have been about 21 years old. A lot of people don't really care. They're like, that's just...
Yeah. That nigga crazy. Yeah. That nigga spoil kept it, bro. That nigga said, fuck it. Bro, but listen, yo. Okay, he was 21. He's about 21. I'm realizing later the video, I'm assuming he was 21, but I don't actually know what this situation happened from which I can't see nobody gave the timeline. Okay. But if he was 21, nigga, stop trying, bro. Fuck people around your age, bro. Stop it, bro. Stop trying to fuck that little ass dog, bro. Stop trying, man. It's probably, yo, I'm not even gonna say that, bro. Stop trying to fuck that little ass dog, boy. Fuck.
It's true.
Niggas can't wait 2 years, damn. Fuck. Niggas gonna really ruin their life over some prepubescent cooch, bro. Like, are you serious, bro? You hear 16 be like, hit me up later. You feel me? Or be like that nigga Boston. Is it Boston and Richie? Yeah, Boston Richie. That nigga was big 25. He was 25 talking to a 16-year-old girl. Waited till, and he was fucking this girl when she was 16. She got 18. Then they got together, and nobody cared because he made good music, bro. Nobody give a fuck because he made good music. That's crazy.
too big of a gap, right? So
R. Kelly was literally in his like early 30s pissing on 15-year-old girls. Nobody gave a fuck. Can I get a cookie? Shit is crazy.
people are still going to make their own judgment. But obviously, if the person was 16, legally we talking about some shit, and I'm assuming this is also somebody that he may have been in contact with. So even if, let's say, she was 17, if there was pictures and that kind of shit sent back and forth federally, that's illegal. It's tricky ground that this man is in right now. And later on in that call, FaZe Banks and Rain go back and forth where he says Tommy admitted it, and there's proof because he basically said that he tried to say it to sound cool.
Me and Tommy haven't been on the best terms because of a lot of FaZe stuff and involvement and shit like that. Another huge part of the reason why I finally just like said, you know what, I'm gonna go my own way. His story does not line up with what you're saying.
The only difference in this story, by the way, is what, again, brother, he told me 2 16-year-olds, threesome. And then on the call, he said, if I said it to sound cool. Do you remember him saying that? There's no way. There's no way. That's such a crazy thing to say.
Barain, I'm fried, brother. I honestly,
okay, so
it sounds like something.
It's not. Like,
It's
I remember
so dumb that it sounds like something I could hear Tommy in an unironic way, like saying. Like, I don't know. I don't understand how that's cool though. Like, that's the part that doesn't like. I don't know.
I don't think it's cool either, bro. And I don't agree with it. But what I'm saying, that's what he said. So insinuating, if he did say, I said it to sound cool, it's what he said. It's what he said. Whether he, God knows why, he lied to me and said it was a threesome with a 16-year-old when it was a single with a 17 and one was watching. God knows why he lied and said it was a threesome. God knows why. Especially when I'm telling him how demonic and evil that shit is and how I'll never have your back. That's what he said. It's what he fucking said. Okay? So then he goes in the call that we had after with me, you, Apex, Tommy, and he said it was a 17-year-old. He admitted it, bro. He did. And then he said, if this shit ever comes out, bro, I have a kid now, I have a wife, I'll kill myself. And you called me after, you're like, bro, he's never talked like that. Please don't do it, bro. I don't want him to kill himself.
I do remember that.
I want to see what Temper has to say, and I was going to wait for his response, but the fact that they went back and forth and talked on a live call, I feel like there's a lot of stuff to already talk about, so we should get this out of the way, and then if Temper responds tomorrow, we can talk about that a little bit more. But Rain does go on to say that Banks knew about it, and Banks defends himself, but I feel like this one, Rain is kind of overstepping a little bit.
Like, brother, this is a kid who Tommy changed my entire life.
Okay, so again, that's what I wish you would have just said is like, he changed my life. I can't go against him. I don't know what to do. And that's more respectful.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying I can't go against him because that's not true. If I found out that you were a pedophile touching little kids tomorrow, I would never speak to you again. And I would want to be publicly executed if that was the thing. Yes, I wouldn't associate with you. But
you also knew that, and then you're just kind of saying that now, though. But you did know that, bro. You did. And again, I just wish you could just say, I did.
When Tommy's response is,
yeah, I'm like, this is the first time I don't really have much to say. Y'all, I'm just so locked in. I want to know what happened, bro. Like, you know, when you watching the video, I pause a lot because I got a lot to say. I'm so invested on I need to know the timeline, bro.
It's not as clear cut as this. He has a little kid, he has a wife, and he's saying he's going to kill himself. That what you're saying isn't true. What you're saying is blown out of proportion. He did something in New York, and technically, age of consent is 17 years old, and he slept with one 17-year-old girl, and then you're saying something totally different. Again,
brother,
I don't know.
He told me he had a threesome with 16-year-olds, and then says it's a single one 17-year-old one watch. Like, what do you want me to do then?
But Rain, that's not my point. My point is you keep saying I knew something.
So what I mean by overstepping is I feel like he's not considering what Banks is trying to say, because Banks is basically saying, I don't know what happened. I know you told me what he said, and he told me something different. So me being a third party that wasn't involved in this, I just have both of my friends' words, right? And Temper means a lot to me, and you mean a lot to me. And so I can't just pick the one and hate the other person or pick his side and tell you that you're right. He's like, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I just know that both of you guys gave me different stories. Yours, obviously, sounds horrible. And his kind of defended himself, and maybe I don't agree with it, but it was legal and, you know, da-da-da-da. And so, you know, he's got a kid and stuff. I'm not trying to further this and ruin his life over something that wasn't that crazy based on how he explained it. Now, based on how Rain explained it, it could be a little bit different, right? And so I get where Banks is coming from. He's just trying to say, like, yo, you're both my friends. You're both giving me different stories. Just because yours is crazier doesn't mean that I should just jump and believe it. So you guys kind of have me in the middle here, where it's like, is there any way that we can prove one way or the other? Like, I get where he's coming from. I feel like that makes perfect sense. Now, one thing that some people did pull up that is a tough one to defend given the situation that's happening and the timeline of it. But there was a tweet that he sent out back in 2012, and based on the tweet that you're seeing on the screen, it doesn't.
Kid, you hang out with 16-year-old girls. Stop acting like a hard ass. You effing pedo. Mind your own business. What if? Okay.
Really sound good. Somebody said, kid, you hang out with 16-year-old girls. Stop acting like a hard ass, you effing pedophile. And he responded and said, mind your own business. What if I like being a pedo? And that's a wild thing to say. Now, this was in June of 2012. And based on his age, he was born in 93. I believe he was going to be like 18 or 19 right around this.
Bro, boy. Alright, bro. I don't care. 18 or 9, like, bro, like, he'll be 17. Like, so hanging out with a 16, he'll be just hanging out with he'll be the creepy senior. That nigga would just be the creepy senior, bro. Like, bro.
Time, so it's not the craziest thing, right? Like, if he's 18, he's dating someone who's 16. If he hadn't graduated fully yet, which a lot of people turn 18 while they're a senior, it's like you're dating a sophomore.
Yeah,
I mean, again, maybe things are different nowadays. So
yeah, exactly. Niggas, girls, and niggas was dating all up there. You know what I mean? When I was in high school, I was getting no bitches, so I wouldn't know. And my bitch got stolen by a nigga in college, bro. So I was mad as hell.
I'm like, it's a weird, dark humor type thing because around that time, the internet, especially on Twitter, there was a lot more dark humor.
That's what I'm saying. Like the landscape, like before, niggas that were 21 had 17-year-old girlfriends and niggas didn't even bat their eye. Shit, then they were 22 and niggas didn't care. Like I was little, so I didn't understand the severity of the situation. But you know, yeah.
And being that he was 18, I don't know. This is one of those things where it's like, this is the shit you don't ever want to tweet. Like, you should never have tweeted this in the first place. Because if this bites you in the ass now and makes all the other shit look worse,
that's what I'm saying.
It's kind of on you, whether it was true or not. Like, so I don't know. He's gonna get dragged for this one a little bit. Regardless, Rain did come forward, and this may have been before the conversation with Banks. I'm not completely sure, but he kind of apologized and said that he wishes that he didn't come forward with all this, and that between weed and anxiety, like, he kind of just got out of hand, and I kind of feels bad because he didn't want to ruin his life.
Bro, I'm sorry. This shit is just so hard. Like, I genuinely can't believe I did it. I swear to God, I genuinely can't believe I even said it yesterday. Like, bro, I had a realization last night. Like, maybe the reason I even smoke weed super late at night is to just deal with this shit. Because as soon as I did, I felt miserable. I had so much anxiety. It's like, it's not leaving my fucking heart. I have so much anxiety. It's like, I feel so fucking bad, bro.
Now, this nigga Rain, I just don't like him. Like, bro, he's like, bro, what he said it. Like, I'm not mad at what he said. It's just, you knew about it, bro. And it's now you trying to make it a sensational big deal. Not to say he shouldn't make it a sense. Like, bro, you're just as worse than the nigga for keeping a hold of the secret, my nigga. Like, if you truly understand this was true, my nigga. Like, I'm gonna keep on reiterating this. Why didn't you say nothing early? Because you ain't had nothing to gain from it.
No, I'm not seeing red. If it has nothing to do with seeing red, I just feel bad. I deadass feel bad. If he is a kid, bro, he has a family. I don't want to ruin that shit. Breaks my fucking heart. And bro, when I told Banks about it, he said, nah, bro, that's just some Tommy shit. I don't think it's a big deal. Because it was over the phone where it's like gone, right? I'm not recording phone calls. I don't record phone calls. Actually, I did with Lee Trink one time because he's a fucking rat. But one time I recorded a phone call. I don't record phone calls or do no weird shit like that, right? He said that. He said that's just some Tommy shit and didn't think it was a big deal.
And I can understand where he's coming from. It's somebody that you changed your lives together and created Faze. And so to throw this man under the bus and see his life ruined, he's got a family, a kid, especially...
Is he like a content creator?
If it's more in line with what he said, and maybe for some reason Rain is misremembering it. I don't know that he is. I'm not saying he is, but it's one of those things where you do consider that. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Up until this point in the video, I've been assuming that Temper was like 20, 21 years old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, that's why
we're back in the Faze New York house, because I think that was the timeline at the age that he would have been. But I really don't know. Have they confirmed what age he was when any of this happened? Because now that I think about it, he said that he found out about this a few years back, right? I'm pretty sure that's what Rain said. And so if that's the case, was Temper reliving some memories from back in the New York house when he was that age? And so that's why he feels some time. Or was he saying now at the age he is today that he was in New York and slept with two 16-year-olds? Or is it because that's a big difference? That changes a lot of things. Like, I'm not saying it was okay before, but
yeah, before there was like some leniency. He was trying to say, I get what he's saying.
if he's now, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have to do this in the moment. He was born in 93, so you figure 10, 20, 30, so he's like 32 years old. So that's a game changer of difference. And that would mean that he was probably with his wife or with his girlfriend. So these are things that we need to know when it comes to like trying to figure this whole situation out. So let me know what you guys think.
It's crazy. Now let's go to the next video. We got him queued up.
I'm about to. I haven't even watched it yet, but I think he's about to admit it, and I'm about to be proud, honestly, that he'll at least like stand up to it. But there's no way. Did he admit it? Did he actually? Bro, that timing is crazy. That timing is fucking crazy. Bro, that's like Cardi. Like, I waited all fucking night for Cardi to drop his album. I ended, and then he dropped the fucking album. It is, and called it a fucking day. Oh.
And I'm being forced into an impossible situation. So now, one day, my children are going to see this video, and they're going to know about, sexual experiences and the type of person I was before I met their mother.
Damn, that hurts. That hurts. I believe him. I do believe him.
This nigga don't care. Like, bro, nigga, like, how old was the nigga, bro? How old was he?
That hurts, because I swear to God, I believe him.
And let's just start at the top. So a lot of what Norton was saying of the type of person I was is true. Not all of it.
Do tell. Do tell. What did I say that wasn't true, brother?
I was a reckless kid. I was very misguided. I was in and out of relationships. And I didn't know any better, right? And so one day, I met Emma, and Emma was the love of my life. Like this, I fell in love with this girl, and I wanted to.
How old was you, nigga? Just
marry this girl, and I never had wanted to marry anybody before that. I never wanted to get married.
He's right.
And I was just blown away. So this is the girl that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. But because of all the baggage that I had, and all the shit that I went through, and just the person I was, I pushed her away. She did not want to be with me, and she ended things, and that broke me and sent me into a dark place. Soon after that, I was just that lost soul again, going to parties, partying, and just being a fool. And then one day I go to New York. And
wait, so it was after Emma? Holy shit, I didn't even know that.
And I go to this club that's 21 plus, and I link up with a buddy there, and he invites a couple girls, and I end up going back with these girls. We're all shit-faced, and I end up going back with these girls to my hotel room. I slept with one of them, and I found out after that this girl was 17.
Then why wouldn't you tell me that, bro? You never told me you didn't know. You know if that was the case, I would have your back to that, bro. You know that. You know that if you said, like, bro, I did that, but I didn't know. They told me they were 21. They told me they were 22. I had no idea. I wouldn't look at you the same way. I wouldn't. I'd be like, damn, bro, that fucking sucks. I can't fucking believe they lied to you. I can't fucking believe that happened. But, bro, like, you know what I mean? I aired it up for no reason. Okay, buddy. Yeah, okay, buddy.
And that's the age of consent in New York. But regardless, I was sick to my stomach.
how old was him? How old was he?
It was just extremally uncomfortable knowing that.
But I'm saying, like, it just feels like he's actually listening to what I'm saying.
16 and a half. I think this is hilarious.
On stream, and he's just trying to put pieces in to like soften the blow. Again, I genuinely want to be in his corner if he's actually innocent, but I just know he's not because I know the conversation we had. I know. Like, you didn't say I didn't know their age. You didn't say, dude, I'm fucking sick to my stomach over, I'm fucked up over. You said, like, not gonna lie, and you said it like that.
And thinking about the situation, and that was it. And so shortly after that, or however long after that, Emma and I got back together, and I was fully working on myself and becoming a better man, and doing what I have to do to heal myself and heal like all the trauma that I had, and just work on myself on being a better man. And not.
Yeah, that's actually fair too. What you're telling me, that guy just not to defend him, but he probably told you because he did feel guilty at that time. Yeah, I mean that's the only explanation to why I told him what's so unforgivable. He immediately thought of it, and then he told me, yeah, I did that shit. But you're probably right.
Not too long after that, I proposed. A few months later, we found out she's pregnant, and now I realize I have a child on the way. So I have to put my self-growth in overdrive because my child does not deserve to live a life where he picks up the bad habits that I had growing up. And so the last few years of my life have been on super fixated on just becoming a better man, husband, and father. That's been my number one focus, and it's something that I needed for myself. And I wish that I started earlier. I wish that I didn't put the love of my life through all the things that I put her through, and then that was it. And so this allegation of me being called a pedophile is fucking insane. Anybody that knows me knows I'm not a pedophile or even anything close to that, including Morton himself. So I
also have said that I don't think he goes around preying on kids. I don't think he goes around looking for the youngest girl to get with.
But you did call him a pedo though, like.
I don't, and I've said this over and over and over and over again. People don't care. They pick and choose what the fuck they want to retain. Yeah, exactly. That's not the part that gets clipped. Exactly, because clipping culture is the wackest thing in the fucking world, and I fucking hate it. But I said that. I've been saying that. I'm not trying to ruin nobody, Tom. I would never try to. I'm saying what he did was pedophilia. I'm not saying that he goes around preying on kids. I'm saying that's what he told me. What am I supposed to do with that?
Something that is going to.
You don't think I tried that? You don't think I tried that? What are you gonna give him advice? What are you gonna give him advice? He told me what the fuck he did. What are you gonna try to give him advice? That's insane. That's fucking insane. I tried, Keegan. Again, just because you pick and choose what you retain, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the reality, brother. So here's the thing. You're saying, like, say, why'd you go public with it? Why'd you go public with it 2 years ago? It's like you can't win with these people. So why am I even responding to you waste of space, brother? Why would I ever do that? Like, why would I respond to these waste of space that don't understand it for what it is? And you just want it to be this malicious thing, and I'm so evil for it. When it's okay, it's completely okay.
To follow me around forever, and it's just sick because people on the internet will take things and twist it into something that isn't, and just keep running with it. And now I just have to deal with the repercussions, And so that's the unfortunate part about this reality. But that's it. I mean, there was nothing else to it than that, and yeah.
Tough. It's tough. You can't let people are involved or don't give them attention. They have zero brain cells. Yeah. Honestly, it's gonna be a good experience to like a little practice to not treat people like fucking humans.
And why consent 17 still makes it
It's like the
pedo?
randoms in between that are saying the dumbest shit in the world and treat them like idiots, and it's not fucking reply. I just give people too much credit, and I feel bad for so much people. I always believe people can be educated and given a point, they can change their mind, but sometimes people just want to believe what they want to believe, right?
But you said you're not going to be on the team with a pedo. You literally said that. Like, bro, this nigga just I don't like Faze Rain, bro. What he did, I'm glad he came out with this, but like, this nigga just was saying with the girl situation where he was being weird to the girl, bro. Like,
so I just, unfortunately, with the internet the way it's up now, there's just so many fucking retards, bro, and it just is what it is. You know what I mean?
this guy's
But,
a dweeb.
Yeah, I don't know. Yo, Frank, you're so stupid. Yeah, I mean, he definitely admitted it. You know what I mean? Didn't apologize necessarily for it, but I at least appreciate that he admitted it.
Nah, this nigga's a dweeb, bro. I don't like Faze Rain. He's like a fucking loser.
Don't make me do it. Don't make me bring up your deep dark history that I know.
All right, so I just rolled out of bed and the
But yeah, hey man, that's this Faze situation. I don't need to watch the other video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's been your boy Todd the Saint, bro.
Stop selling them phones that's wired to the federal government.